Hello, brick sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and we're going to continue progress on our Lego pencil here. If you watch my videos, you will know I have already started the Lego body, and the top is underway. It still could use some improvements, but now we're going to move on to expanding the body and working on the back end of the pencil, the eraser. Now, to create the eraser, we have to go from a hexagon to a cylinder. And this has been racking my brain for a while trying to figure out how to do this. And I was watching a YouTube video from my favorite Lego YouTuber, Brickcrafts. And Brickcrafts just released a video about his entire pirate mock, which is just a fantastic build. Such an amazing Lego builder. And I was watching him build this little fortress on it. The fortress has two towers, and those towers are hexagons. And they're actually built very similar to this. I was like, I gotta steal that. Basically going to take that design for my Lego eraser. At least I think I am. I wanted something that would integrate really seamlessly to this, and that I could actually just build right onto the same side panels, so it would be super structurally sound. And so that's what we are creating here. The way I'm going to build this is, we're going to take some base plates. Also keep in mind the colors and the size of this are off. This is just a prototype at this point, but it will get the point across and show the shape that we are trying to achieve. So we're going to build this up just like this, doing the zigzag pattern that we did for the rest of the body of the pencil. Fill in all the gaps. I'm going to put a large plate right on top. Normally I'd put tile on top of this. Here's where we're going to integrate these curved pieces. Now I got a whole bunch of these black curved pieces on Pick-a-Brick a long time ago. I've never had a ton of uses for them, and now I do. Although this is just a prototype, so I'm actually not going to use them long term, but I wouldn't be able to prototype this without them. So we'll figure out the shape and the quantity, and then go spend a bunch of money like we always do, and buy the correct colors and quantities. So this can give us a nice curve here. We'll put some tile down the middle. Sorry, I was low on black tile, so it's going to look kind of striped, but that'll be cool. And gives us a really nice curve here on the sides. Underneath, we're just going to put bars on one side and clips on the other, no different than the rest of the body of the pencil. This will obviously be longer when I go to do either the metal portion or the eraser. It's going to be longer than this. And then obviously we'll vary the colors. And that is one side to our hexagon for the eraser portion. I went ahead and completed all the rest of the sides here, so we can go ahead and stick these together. And you can see when these come together, look at how nice and round that is. I mean, yes, there's a flat spot in the center, but it's hardly noticeable. And I can build this directly into my already existing sides. Let me go ahead and attach this and show you how we're going to do that. And I'm curious what you guys think about this technique. Thank you, Brickcrafts, for inspiring me. I removed these plates in here so I could stick some bigger ones so we could start attaching this. And we're just going to go like this here, and that'll help us stick our sides in. And you can see it coming together here. And I won't have to stick these two together on the final product, because I'll just build these sides on the existing sides. But again, we're prototyping here, so we got to get the proof of concept first, and then we can implement it into the final design, assuming we like the shape. And I think we're going to, because this is going to look really good. This last one's kind of tricky. Again, I won't be building it this way in the final product, but we're kind of adapting our original just for the sake of seeing how it looks. All right, so that's attached now. Now imagine that in green and yellow striped, and I can probably figure out how to do these ridges as well. So I'm going to try to do that on the final build with a pink eraser on the end. And this is a little bit larger than the hexagon. It sticks out one plate further in the middle, but that's a good thing because on the real pencil, this is a little bit larger because it has to encase the wooden hexagonal part. Pretty cool. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you my expanded sides. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I made a trip to the Lego store and I got a whole lot of plates. So we're ready to start making these sides bigger. I'll show you where we got. I don't know if this is going to be the final size or not, but it's definitely going to get bigger. Unfortunately, that means I need to take this apart because I need a lot of these pieces in the new sides. So I'm going to take this apart real quick. We'll show you what it looks like when the new sides come together. Alright, so I've got it all sorted out. The pieces I'm mostly after are these 2x6s and 2x2s. That's what I ran out of while building the sides. And obviously I'm going to need all these tiles and a lot more. I ordered 200 of these from Lego Online Pick-a-Brick because that was the cheapest place to get a whole ton of them in one spot. So I'm waiting for those still. They should be here in a couple days. But in the meantime, we need to get the rest of the build ready. Make some space here. And I'm going to go ahead and lay out the parts for the build, and then we'll show you how we build one of these sides. Okay, laid out in front of you here, I have everything needed to build one of the sides of the hexagon. Yeah, it's a lot of parts. I got 28 4x4 squares, 11 2x10 plates, and that's going to be the start of it. So let's go ahead and connect these. Now I don't know if this is going to be the final length of the pencil or not, as far as the side at least. It definitely won't be the final length because I got to add the tip and I got to add the eraser. But this will be pretty long. I might go longer. We'll see. It's getting kind of pricey, so I don't want to go crazy. But it is turning out really nice. But you'll see in a bit here, this thing is going to be crazy long already. This right here, you're probably looking at 3-ish feet, maybe pushing 3.5. I have to measure it. I think I have a tape measure around here somewhere, so I can measure this. But as you can see, it's not going to fit in frame. I'll zoom out in a bit here, but I want you to be able to see what I'm actually doing. And yes, I could use longer plates for this. This is what was on Pick-a-Brick, and Pick-a-Brick is the cheapest way that I know to buy bulk bricks and plates. Okay. Yeah, it's long. So, next we need to put a little bit of a pattern on this. We're going to start with these 1x5s, and they're just going to go on the ends like this. Next, we're going to do a row right down the middle of these 2x6s, and these were the pieces, one of the pieces I really needed out of the existing pencil that I was short of, because there were a ton of them in there. I used those instead of these green plates on that build. And these were on Pick-a-Brick a while ago. Such a great color, may I add. And these are just going to go right down the middle. And that will get us built up. Now we're 3 plates thick here. And then we can start our scallop. First I'm going to start with a 2x4, just because I got to fill that space there. And then we're going to do 2x2s, alternating all the way down the body of the pencil. And it's a lot of them. It's 57 of these scallops, 56 2x2s, 1 2x4. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to have this thing all tiled over today because I'm waiting on an order of 200 1x8 yellow tiles. And there we have it. We have that scallop going the whole length of the side. Now we have to fill in between these with 1x2s. It's just a lot of tedious clicking plates together. All right. So now the top is fully covered. We're going to flip it over and we're going to put our clips on the bottom. These green double clips. I'm going to start at the end here. The first spacing is going to be 5 and the rest will be every 6. I could probably space these out further, but I do want it to be nice and solid. So the green clips on Brick Owl, I think were like 2 cents a piece. So, you know, at that price, 100 of them is $2. Not a big deal. So that's why I have green. Don't know what else I would use them for if I ever took this apart, which I probably will eventually, because what am I going to do with a giant pencil after a little while of having it sit around the house? Now we have the opposite, the bar pieces on the other side. And then to make sure these don't come off, 2x4s all the way down. I had to vary the colors on some of this stuff on some of the other sides, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to see any of this. This is all just the inner workings of the pencil. All of the visible portions will be yellow, minus the very edge of these scallops, which you're really not going to see either. It's going to be so minimal. All right, so there's our whole side. I can almost get it in frame at an angle here. And for your sanity and mine, I built all the other ones off screen. So we're ready to connect these. I'm going to zoom out here so you can see this a little better. And hopefully it comes out pretty good. All right, as you can see, these are wider than my mat. So let's go ahead and try to connect all these. Hopefully everything is symmetrical and everything lines up. I'm dreading that I have something off here and it's going to mess with the entire thing clipping together nicely. So everyone cross your fingers. Don't worry, you don't have to, because if it doesn't, I'm going to edit this out. So if you're watching it, that means it went smooth. And at this phase, you can still lay this flat. Okay, that's super satisfying. Because there's no plate on the outside. Maybe I'll just connect them all flat. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, that's easy. Much easier. And then we'll just wrap it around. A couple of these are gray. I bought a ton of white 2x2 plate on Pick-a-Brick, and it still was not enough. So I had to use some gray ones too. All right, let's flip it over here, see what the back looks like. Okay, that's super cool. And let's roll it up. It's still a little fragile because I don't have the tile on the outside. These 2x2s knock off easily because they hang over. The tiles will hold all those in place. there it is. This is absolutely massive pencil. So next step, get tiles, cover the whole thing, build an eraser, and we'll be ready to show off the completed project. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this build. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more just like this in the future, and we will see you next time.